to fake his own death and to avoid being discovered by his enemy. This man actually used his own hands to stop his own heart, making it appear as if he were truly dead. But what Jotaro Kujo didn't expect was just how cautious Dio Brando really was. Even after confirming that Jotaro had no heartbeat, Dio still insisted on personally cutting off his head. At that moment, Pierre Polnareff seized the chance and stabbed Dio straight through the head. But in an instant, Dio activated his time stop. He pulled the blade out and sent Polnareff flying with a single punch. Then he grabbed a street sign pole, preparing to finish him off. After taking that hit, Polnareff had no strength left to fight back. To save him and not waste this rare chance to get close to Dio, Jotaro had no choice but to act. This made Dio cautious once again. Was it just an illusion, or was Jotaro not actually dead? As he hesitated, a patrolling police officer aimed a gun at Dio, but with his vampire body, Dio casually killed one officer and controlled another to shoot at Jotaro. The bullet struck Jotaro instantly. Seeing no reaction, Dio finally lowered his guard. What he didn't realize was that Jotaro's stand could catch bullets with its bare hands. Even though he believed Jotaro was completely dead, Dio still chose to cut off his head just to be safe. Seeing this, Jotaro immediately commanded Star Platinum to restart his heart. Dio had no idea this was happening. Holding the steel pole, he brought it down toward Jotaro, but in the very next second, something unexpected happened. Star Platinum suddenly appeared in front of him. With a single punch, it blew Dio's head apart. Watching Dio get sent flying, Jotaro knew one thing for certain. This monster who had slept beneath the sea for 100 years would never be defeated so easily. And sure enough, as the smoke cleared, Dio was still alive. But after taking such heavy damage to his head, his body lost balance, and he could barely stand. Before he could react, a bucket of gasoline was splashed over him. The one who did it was Jotaro. He pulled out a lighter, ready to burn Dio to ashes on the spot. But just then, Dio suddenly burst into manic laughter and activated time stop again. It turned out, he had already heard a car approaching nearby, so he calculated the timing perfectly, stopping time at the exact moment the car passed. As long as he could grab onto that car within 5 seconds, he could escape, but Jotaro wasn't about to let him get away. Calmly, he pulled a knife from his own body and had Star Platinum throw it, knocking Dio straight off the vehicle. With no other option, Dio was forced to find another way out. He tried to counterattack, but Star Platinum struck first. As Jotaro's final punch landed, Dio was sent flying once again. And yet, despite being battered beyond recognition, Dio continued to laugh wildly, because all of this had been part of his escape plan from the very beginning. When Jotaro finally looked around, he suddenly realized something, but it was already too late. This place was exactly where his grandfather had been killed, and at that very moment, Dio had already drained his grandfather's blood. Not only were his injuries completely healed, his power had surged to an entirely new level once again.